Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But first, a word from our sponsors.
Hey guys, Angry Joe here to tell you about our favorite VPN, Surfshark. Why is it our favorite VPN?
Guys, 30-day money-back guarantee, 24-hour customer support, and no log policy.
There's a bunch of VPNs to choose from. The reason why we go with Surfshark:
maximize your subscriptions, share with your friends and family, unlimited devices.
That's what else do you need? You need to protect your data. You need to get access to everything that's available to you with geo-blocking and geolocating. Get entirely new lobbies on all these streaming services with all the movies and shows that you watch. Guys, Surfshark and check it out. Use our link down below and you can get 4 extra months just by signing up. So use our link down below, surfshark.com/Angry Joe Show, and get those 4 months right now, guys. I hope you enjoy the video. Check it out.
Everyone tells you need a VPN. You might as well get one that you can share with all of your friends and family. So click those links down below.
All right, Alex, what the... let's see. We have the Space Marine 2 review out. Go check that out. Venom came out. Complete disaster, in our opinion. Go check that out. I know there are some Venom fans.
I'm curious to see the audience now.
You know, I'm ashamed to admit, you know, a lot of our friends, when I talk to them, you know, they were like, "Oh, have you seen Venom? What do you think of it?" And then I ripped into it, and they were like, "Oh, I liked it." Devin. Oh my! Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. 80% audience.
80%.
I think it's almost
37.
like kickback. It's like, why is everybody, you know, mad about this Venom stuff? It's this and that. You just have to turn your brain off. It's like I turned my brain off.
I need to
turned my second brain off, and it still was garbage. It's like, man, if that's the level of storytelling and plot that we get for one of the most awesome characters, the Lethal Protector, then I mean, I don't want any of those stories.
But Joe, it had ABBA in it. There was a whole dance scene that was totally important to the plot. Remember going to Vegas and how cool it was?
For 5 minutes?
Like, I guess people can't recognize, you know, first-time director, you know, who just throwing stuff up on the screen. 80%. It's a great film.
Again, Rotten Tomatoes. That just means that 80% of people thought it was a 6 out of 10 or better. So 80% of people are going to be like, it was mostly okay. I'll give it a 6.
Critics at 36%.
IMDb has it at 6.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, okay, so check out all those videos, and what do we got? We got Call of Duty that just came out, so we'll be playing that throughout this weekend, or this week, and we are imminently coming up on Dragon Age, so a lot of good stuff, so stay tuned to Twitch, our Twitch channel, and yeah, let's do it. So, Alex, what the heck has been going on in gaming news? Very busy, very light? What are we looking at?
Schmedium. It's a Schmedium week. We're going to start with Sony. Sony's cutting up Bungie, so a lot more of the Bungie studio is being taken off. Destiny is not doing so hot, and so they're taking some of their teams, and they're now going to be part of PlayStation Studios, working on some of their other live service products. So PlayStation Creative, formerly Bungie Creative Studios, will continue to work on Destiny 2 and Marathon, as well as some other Sony live service games. So just some teams getting shuffled around. PlayStation bottom and was expecting big things. Live service was the future for them. They had, I think it was 12 live service games scheduled for like the next couple years, and that number has been cut in half after, you know, some of the Concord stuff. We're still waiting to see if Concord comes back on Steam. You know, there's still some more updates coming. I fully expect to see it go free to play before the end of the year.
I still understand why they're trying to fucking do this live service. The biggest live service they had was Destiny. That's not doing good. They're going to have some problem with the other ones they're trying to push out.
It's like a lottery ticket, so it's like they're hoping to strike it big. If one of these games does happen to catch on, they could make serious money. Apex Legends made $1 billion, and they, you know, it was a fun game, but it wasn't run super poorly or profitably. If Sony is able to have a game that's as successful and monetize it better than Apex is, you're talking about $2, $3, $4 billion over the lifetime, and that's what they're going for.
It's going to be rough.
But not with these teams, not with these ideas.
No.
So.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait till the chase for live service and taking established IPs and then trying to ruin them with live services as well. I hope all these trends eventually die out when they realize there's not a huge market for simultaneous live services going on. because people just don't have money to do, time and money.
Yeah, it's a second job. I
is.
don't have it in me to do any of that stuff. All right, a key Australian court has found that FIFA Ultimate Team packs are not gambling.
What?
So,
yeah, that's essentially you're putting money into a machine,
and you get
then
0.0001% to get the top cards.
You get a chance of getting something good. Oh, you mean like the spinning little fruits and shit of maybe giving me something good?
Yeah, kind of what it came down to is their definition of gambling. So yes, it is not under a question whether or not you're risking a tremendous amount of money for the very, very, very small chance of getting the Uber prize. But they said that the players did not acquire FIFA Ultimate Team packs with the intent to generate profit, but purely to use in the game. Now, profit is one of those things that they're thinking about from the financial terms.
Yeah.
Only the players are clearly doing it to try to pay to win because you're paying a bunch of money for all of this other things. And so they're profiting in other ways. Mainly
by
it's
winning.
Having
a better team than your rivals.
That wonderful response that you get when you pull the slot machine. You're like,
Yes.
oh, hey,
you are special.
I got a 99 level, whoever, and then it's great. So we'll have to see what other courts, because this is a big deal. FIFA is still a massive revenue generator.
Oh yeah,
for EA.
It probably always will be, because I think sports gamers to a certain extent have gotten
FIFA EA
used
anymore.
to it, and now there's just
it's part of the culture.
It's always going to be part of the culture. Busting packs.
Yes.
It sucks.
They grew up with it. Like they literally don't know a time when there was anything else. And
like,
so,
our time, Joe.
The golden
The
years.
golden years of sports games is gone. It's now all busting packs and life simulators by walking to your local street ball court and then showing off that your character has pink and purple tattoos.
That you paid for.
Basketball.
Because the grind is a bitch.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't have to grind. All you do is swipe your credit card or your mom's credit card in the case of a lot of these people.
But I don't want to make fun of that, because that's that's actual effort and actual new modes and actual innovation, because they also have, the normal gameplay. And over here, Madden is just like cricket. Not getting any of that.
They were trying to do the points,
I should have put this in, and maybe I'll look at it for maybe the second video. There was some EA investor things where the guy was on stage and he says, here's what we're building for Madden, and it looks like like a city where you could show off your clothes. So all those Michael Jordan jerseys and the Moss jerseys that we make fun of all the time might now have a place.
The same thing.
They're just going to
2K?
copy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I figured that was going to be.
I mean, EA college football made crazy money, made more than Madden, and so it was one of their most successful games. And so they've got the money to innovate. It's just, do they have the desire to?
It's slightly
know
better.
about it making more money than Madden. I would be
It's
very
slightly
surprised.
better than Madden, but overall, it's still.
Yeah, I mean, they're the same game. You just got to hope that when they add something to one, that they do to another one. So, all right. Netflix was in the news this week. So 2 years after unveiling a new studio aimed at building the next big thing in gaming, a big AAA studio, it's closed down. And so,
what?
No.
GameFile has reported that the internal studio known as Team Blue has been closed. Was revealed in 2022, and was like, Netflix was really big trying to get into gaming, and maybe they realized that AAA gaming is hard and it's expensive, and if people don't like what you're working on, you wasted $100 to $200 million on something that'll never get off the ground. So they're looking at cloud gaming, and they're looking at some other things, but this big AAA studio is no mas.
Damn, that was fast.
That was super fast. It just shows you, I guess, the commitment to their initiatives. If your initiative is not about making all of the money and making live service and making, millions, then you're probably the first on the chopping block.
If you're making $250 million that are awful, starring The Rock and Ryan Reynolds, that's what Netflix does. They don't make video games. And it's like, one is really easy because you need a child to write the script, and The Rock's not going to act because he doesn't know how. And then things just happen.
They didn't see an immediate return on all their video game stuff. I mean, honestly, I'm a gamer, and I don't ever interact with the video game content on Netflix. It's just not the platform I think of. Like, man, I need to run to Netflix and play a game. No, it's that's where I go to watch movies.
Yeah.
So I get what they're trying to do, but
throw
maybe
something off for the kids.
they should take that money and invest it in other ways. If
more
they're
rock
going to shut it
movies.
down, don't do more rock movies, more video game adaptions. So if you want to try to increase, because what's the point in making video games on Netflix? You're trying to capture a new audience. You're trying to bring somebody there. But there's other ways and maybe smarter ways to do it, which is live action adaptations of video games. Not that.
It's
not done that way.
It's happening.
Done better. The Witcher anime, the Witcher, cartoons. Those are
Arcane,
excellent.
and all these other things that they work really hard on.
Yeah, so I'd say it's unfortunate that happened, but now reinvest that money into those kinds of things that are still related within the video game industry space, and don't give Dwayne Johnson more money.
Or especially $50 million per project or whatever it is
Yeah,
that he was
don't use it to give those people more money or
he's
those
gonna be
projects
in,
more money.
the red or something.
Yeah, can't wait for that
I
one.
thought I had another story here. Let me look this up.
For Netflix?
No, for that EA
EA
thing.
one.
Oh, okay. We also got word this week that Microsoft CEO is going to get a pay raise 63% to $79 million.
But
it's pretty cool.
I thought they fired people.
Oh, they did. Lots of people. Why do you think he got a big raise? He's like, wait a minute. I was able to fire all these people, and even though like these other departments are
We
hurting
have
a ton,
extra money. Well,
Wait,
I guess
what?
I'll take it.
Wait, what?
I'll take it. I won't put it back into the company.
his CEO, the CEO of Microsoft's pay was increased 63% to $79 million.
63%.
Yeah.
You are already making millions and millions and millions. Overpaid CEOs. I think our entire audience agrees that CEOs are overpaid, that corporations kind of run amok with this kind of stuff. They don't give enough to their employees, don't give enough job security to the people that actually make it. But no, the ultra rich, they need more tax breaks. They need more money. They need bigger salaries while, workers are getting fucking fired.
It's a really hard job, Joe, because if you don't do a good
this is
job,
out
you
of
get a
control.
golden parachute, and it's heavy. You have to cash all of that money, and that takes a lot of time. So it's like when this guy eventually gets fired because Xbox is shitting the bed, he's going to only get paid $100 million to get the fuck out of the building.
And then you have that, right. When he
You get
retires,
somebody
he
else.
gets, big parachute. If he's let go, he gets the parachute. Or when he retires, he gets another bonus. This is out of control, guys. And it's part of the reason why I started my show, Angry Joe versus Corporate Commander, seeing this kind of stuff in the video game industry where, creatives are getting dumped and, shit on, and people that help creatives and help these video games generate the billions of dollars that they do. They generate more money than the movies industry and all these other industries, multi-billion-dollar industry. And it just sucks. It sucks to see this kind of stuff. It's like you look at Japan. You remember when they were taking pay cuts.
Yeah.
Like the CEOs, they
like,
get
hey,
very
it's a down
serious. They
year.
bow and they
Yeah.
say, I fucked up. I fucked up. You don't see none of that shit going
You
on over
fucked up.
here.
I didn't do
Y'all
that.
fucked
Y'all
up. All y'all fucked
So
up.
you're the leader.
That's how it is over here. So we need a little bit more of that culture. Even though Japan has its own with the corporate bullshit like Nintendo of Japan, but still, when they fuck up, they at least take responsibility. They don't take more money, which is what's happening over here. So when I hear these stories, it just pisses me off. I hate it.
Yeah, it's even worse. So they laid off 2,500 people this year. They've closed a bunch of video game studios. And so it just kind of seems silly. Now, they said that according to sources, his CEO pay is the Microsoft game revenue is set to be a bigger part of his executive performance pay targets in 2025 than it has been in years. And that is a sinking ship right now. They're not doing very well. So maybe this is incentive. Why $73 million, 63% increase? Nothing can justify it.
Nothing
I
justifies
can't.
that.
But it's tied to Xbox now, which one of the reasons I brought it up. They're like, look, Xbox is not doing well. It's getting its ass kicked. Need to figure out a way to get the games back, get people back, maybe not treat your number 1 and number 2 IPs like trash and get all these things online. So
and that division has historically always been a loss leader, but it's particularly bad now.
Yeah.
So for you to be piling on more millions of dollars and more yachts and more rewards for CEOs, nah, man, I think that money is better spent on your employees and the frontline workers and the people that actually make it go. I mean, for that cost, you probably could have opened up another indie studio and made a badass game that Microsoft would have made you millions of dollars.
Well, I mean, they could have. I don't. Arcane Austin, Tango Gameworks, Roundhouse Games, Alpha Dog, all closed.
Yeah.
So it's like, fortunately, Tango got picked up by somebody else. It's like, with that kind of money,
Yeah.
you're talking about funding these things, you're trying to, make more money.
Yeah,
rather than lay
and
people off.
even if it's just making a passion project, that's not projected to make billions, but just makes, I don't know, 50 million.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's goddamn. Okay, so that news story sucks, and that just hopefully our audience is aware of these kinds of things, and then when you go and you think about it, it's like, yeah, do these guys need more money? Do they need more tax breaks when companies like Activision pay less taxes than Joe does?
Well, what's great about his compensation package is the vast majority of it is in through stock. So when he sells that, it's capital gains versus income tax.
Yeah,
and so
it's even better.
Yeah,
it's
so it's
amazing.
Great. That's just smart.
Yeah,
That's just
it
smart.
is smart because it does take, it's just
Man's playing the system.
man's playing the system, and that's what people are encouraged to do is play the system. But then when you get into positions of power and you're still playing the system, then you make things like this happen.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I just got a pay increase, but you know what I really need? I need a tax break.
Yeah. Because why not have both?
Yeah.
I like both of them. I got some great news also from the Microsoft umbrella. Call of Duty knows that you want more from Black Ops 6. And so
Cool skins.
they are featuring a paid audio upgrade. So it's an audio setting that is customized to your individual physiology, yours. And what it does is it increases the directional accuracy of sounds in Black Ops 6. You ever sound like you're getting shot?
Excuse me?
Yeah, it
They're
makes it-
paying for. I have to pay for this?
No, you get to pay for this.
Oh, I get
it's
to
an
pay for it.
opportunity. You're looking at it in the wrong way, Joe.
I thought you were gonna say like you do physiology, and I gotta pay for this, and it's audio pack, so it's like a hot chick voice saying, "You are beautiful. I love you. You are worth it," or something like that to build up my confidence. But you're telling me this is extra, like actual localized footsteps, and it's gonna help me play better? That's fucked up.
So it's gonna help.
I don't believe this story. How come recently it's all these stories? Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it in gaming. I don't believe you,
They're
Alex.
trying new things.
No.
It's
Tell me
called
what's this
innovation,
called. I'm going to
Joe.
look it up
6
myself.
Paid audio.
It's innovation. You just
Innovation.
don't-
And again, you're looking
You
at the
understand
opportunity
it.
wrong. You get to get these things. You don't have to.
Okay.
It's an opportunity.
Right.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tell me how worth it I am and how handsome I am.
Well, just
and give me a blowjob while I'm playing Black Ops 6?
No.
No? Okay.
No.
Then I'm not paying for it.
No. $20.
$20. That's a $20 blowjob.
Yeah.
Players can play $20 for a personalized profile for the enhanced headphone mode.
Oh yeah.
That takes into account the player's physical attributes. What? How are you taking? I don't understand. Look, that's the face I made. I don't believe it. It doesn't make any sense. No, I need to know what this means.
No one can take my physical attribute. It's broken.
From your headset?
Yep.
Yeah, that's it. It makes use of embodies immersive spatial audio technology to increase the directional accuracy of sounds and is compatible with any headphones or earbuds, greatly improving the player's spatial audio experience.
Why didn't they just say this in the box and be like, "Hey, this season
Why don't you
we're
just put
adding
that
it."
all in?
Exactly. Instead of making you pay $20.
Wow. Okay.
It's pretty great, right?
No,
No.
Pretty great. No.
I don't want it.
You don't want it? You don't think that?
If I get $10 off, they could take away the sound.
I don't understand the difference between a footstep being perfectly balanced and a footstep being slightly off balanced.
Oh, I can explain it to you. It's really easy.
Penguin.
What happened was the devs got met with the profitability team, and the profitability team is like, hey, could you make the base game a little bit worse? So what we can do is we can sell something that brings it up to the level that all the players expected it to be at for $20, even though we're charging $70 for this game anyway. And the dev said, I got you, fam.
So I am like, no, I need more detail. I've looked into it. How does it take into account your physical attributes, Joe? Well,
It
what they're
gropes you.
talking about is such as the shape of your ear or your head. Because then that's how it gives you the
How?
sound.
If you're wearing
I don't know.
the earbuds.
That's what they said. More details can be found on a buddy's website.
Lies and deceptions.
Enhanced
More
headphone mode.
jargon.
It's which states that the universal profile is available for free to all players,
Don't buy it.
featuring
Don't buy it.
fine-tuned sounds with every explosion and footstep being perfectly balanced.
Footsteps.
Players also have the option to purchase a personalized profile for $20. So they say it's free to all players, so that's important. But then $20 that is customized to your unique physiology and available for 5 years via a one-time low payment.
No.
Low payment.
Just a one-time low payment
Don't buy it.
of $20.
Don't
But Joe,
want
you're
it.
going to pass on this opportunity? This is an opportunity of a lifetime if a lifetime's 5 years.
I don't think I'm going to be playing this game for 5 years.
Oh.
I don't want to waste my
Well, they
$20.
want
Are
to
you,
make.
it's like you're acting like Call of Duty comes out every single goddamn year.
They want to make sure that the purchasing the profile comes down to your personal preference, and it is in no way a pay-to-win element, as the feature is available to everyone via a universal profile. But for those who want a more personalized experience, give me $20.
Yeah.
Don't you fucking dare.
Don't you want to be unique?
No.
Don't you want to be you?
No.
Guys watching this, do you think that's bullshit speak?
Yes.
That is like the most bullshit. There's no difference. It's just more personalized. There's no difference. There's a free version of it, but if you give me $20, I'll give you a better. I mean, a more personalized.
Enhanced.
What things matter to your person?
Not
The
spending
footsteps
$20.
being accurate and these things being a little bit better so I can tell where my enemies are. Aha, that is your personalization. Another person's personalization, they don't care about.
He plays without sound.
That's what we're offering to
Sometimes he
everybody
closes his
for
eyes.
free. If you don't care about that, then the crunch of the
Leafs.
the wood under your foot goes. But if you get the enhanced audio at $20, it's personalized to go.
He's right behind you. 2 clicks. Hey, that's cheating.
Love it, Joe. You're the best.
That's cheating.
It's like your little brother when we used to play like all on one thing. He's like, he's over there on the ridge.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up.
What kind of personalization is this? So that's what happens when my opponent steps on a twig behind me.
Yes.
That's the sound it makes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for all users, but Joe says if you pay $20, he's behind you 2 clicks to the left.
2 clicks is real far.
Well, he's a sniper, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everyone's sniping.
Oh
They
my
shot his
God.
backpack.
We made
and killed
this
him.
story the best
They
for you
killed
guys.
him.
Yeah. And just to go back to what we were originally saying, EA College Football 25, #1 selling game of the year so far.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
The number 2 is Helldivers 2. Number 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3.
Where's Madden?
Number 4, EA Sports MVP bundle. So that comes with both.
Right.
And then Madden goes all the way to 7.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
No
Get it.
fucking way.
Yeah.
College football has always sold less.
Yeah, best. Go
Well,
look
yeah,
at
it's been
2024
forever,
best-selling
though.
games list.
Yeah, it'll probably take a dip next.
Because it was-
Yes,
it's been gone
new
for
and hot,
14
and everyone's
years.
like, "Oh, this is
Because the
gonna
first
be
one's
way
been around a
better."
long
Yes.
time, yeah.
Sure.
So it did really, really well for them. So there's money in the pot for them to innovate.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to use it.
Oh, no.
But
No,
the opportunity, Joe, is there.
yes.
Okay, so the video game industry analyst Matt recently posted on Blue Sky, EA Sports College Football 25 had overtaken all other football games in terms of U.S. sales. Previous holder of that top spot was NFL 07 Madden. In addition, the game is currently the second best-selling sports game in U.S. history. Only NBA 2K21 is above it. The basketball games, yeah, sell quite a lot.
I hear those games are slot machines. The slot machines are fun.
Yeah,
Now they are. Yeah,
I hear they do. So.
they were fun back then.
All right. That's what I got for this one. You had some, right?
Yeah, so I had a story that I saw here, and I took a screenshot on my phone, and basically what it summed up to was the DMCA office. The U.S. Copyright Office rejected a DMCA exception to support game preservation. So what does this mean? Well, a group of people are trying to preserve some of our historical games so that people could go and access them and say, oh, wow, this is how gaming was 100 years ago or whatever. And so they went and they said they made these provisions, and the U.S. Copyright Law Office said, nope, you cannot do that, and denied it. So the exact wording here is the Video Game History Foundation says it's disappointed by the U.S. Copyright Office refusal to grant a new DMCA exemption to help support video game preservation, saying the games industry's resistance to the proposed change forces researchers to explore extra legal methods to access the majority of out-of-print video games. So they're trying to get into, preserving out-of-print video games. Why would they deny this? Well, and who would deny it? Well, the several they were receiving pushback from agencies, including the ESA, everybody's favorite Entertainment Software Association. They argue that the proposed controls over who would be allowed to access those exempted software for free and preservation purposes, and for what reasons, were unclear. A human review requirement was, at best, incomplete, the ESA said, and that not by including more specific requirements in the proposal, supporters of the exemption were trying to reserve almost complete discretion in how they would provide access to preserved games. So the ESA didn't want the Video Game History Foundation to be the one deciding who would access all of these preserved video games.
Yeah, it's for money. I mean, the ESA, Strauss Zelnick is on the board. All of the people that control the video game industry at the very top of all of the major players control the ESA, and they're like, hey, we're going to just do it via you instead.
And here's how you know Alex knows what he's talking about, because the very next thing they say is the ESA said there remains a substantial market for these classic games, and that allowing widespread remote access to preserved games with minimal supervision would present a serious risk to an important market.
We just need to start making Italian Plumber Simulator and a cool tennis game called Ping, and we'll just do all sorts of stuff like that.
And then the President Video Game History Foundation said, unfortunately, lobbyist efforts by right holder groups continue to hold back progress. Now, granted, these are out-of-print games, the licenses and things, like, it's no longer a thing, but they say, well, there's money to be made here, and there's still markets for classic games, even though these are out of print and need to be preserved. Whatever. Your parameters are too broad.
Yeah, limited. I mean, we do have one savior in this case, and he's an unlike hero for it, and it's Soulja Boy, because the Soulja Boy console, through extra legal means, emulates all of these games. And if you buy the Soulja Boy console,
is that what's bouncing around in Alex's brain? But the Soulja Boy console.
If you go to a swap meet, if you go to a mall, like a half-abandoned mall, there's a dude at a kiosk.
The Mexican mall. Flea market.
He's got a Playtendo, and the Playtendo has all of the
Playtendo,
and it has a Sega Genesis games and all the Nintendo
Can't
games,
afford it.
and then like randomly like some Neo Geo stuff on there, and that is how you do it, through extra legal means.
Yeah, that's what the Historical Foundation is saying. Look, as of 2023. 87% of video games are critically endangered, meaning they're effectively inaccessible without either piracy or traveling to an authorized archive and paying them on site. So I guess that's what these people are protecting, those areas.
We need to make one of those PSAs or whatever for endangered.
Only you.
Video games.
I would encourage the Video Game
Yeah.
History Foundation to narrow its parameters, make it a little bit more restrictive at who can access it and stuff. But of course, the corporations are always going to fight back to free access for preservation purposes. They're saying you're lying. You just want to play free video games. It's like, bro, these video games, they're like Pong. Okay, right
No,
now.
ours is
So
called
we're not
pink.
trying.
That's punk.
There ain't no
This
kids
pink.
running around wanting to play these games desperately. But okay, fine. We'll try to make our parameters a little bit more restrictive for your
Yo-ho,
ass.
yo-ho. I mean, you can tell the internet they can't have something, and immediately they will spread it to every single person they possibly can.
Okay, so second story here is multiplayer mech shooter Mech Break, which Alex says he put
really
a lot
liked
of
it.
time into. I was working on something else, never got to play it, and I had a few of our community members try it. I was like, fuck, can't try it yet. So
Yeah, Bike Bear was
I'll be
playing a
all
lot of
over
it,
it
too.
when it comes out. Apparently, they're teasing a pilot combat mode. This is when my ears, perk up. Lets you leave the cockpit and run around
And die.
like a Titanfall. Yeah, because when I saw some videos of Mech Break, I'm like, shit, these things are moving fast. It's almost like Armored Core,
Oh, yeah, almost,
just a little slower, and kind of reminded me of that arcade game. What was it called? VR something? You remember the VR? There were
The one you
mechs
get in the little
against
bot?
each other.
Oh,
There was
yeah.
VR something. If anybody remembers, put it in the comments down below. But anyways, apparently in a recent video, company CEO Chris Kwok revealed pilot combat mode where you leave your mech, explore the battlefield. It's on the studio's long-term plan for the game after its release in 2025. So yet another reason to get excited for this particular.
I mean, the
video.
mission structure kind of supports it. Like, there's opportunities for you to go in little bases. The mechs can fit in the bases.
Yeah, see, that's what I heard.
But like, you leave the cockpit, you go secure the intel. Easily die if you're out, but that's maybe
like
the
that.
only way to do it. So there's all sorts of ways you can do it.
Or the force pilots to go to an area. Opposing pilots then get out, collect the thing, but
Fisticuffs.
fighting each other.
Yes.
Fisticuffs for that, then get back in your mechs and fight. And not necessarily mech on dude combats, because that should be lopsided. But anyways, and you'll be able to navigate the entire hangar from the pilot's perspective. Your experience extends just beyond. It extends beyond the hangar itself, is what he said in the video. You can also explore a tactical station area, preparation zones, living quarters, with the final zone including amenities such as cafeteria, gym, bar, dorm room, and even a shooting range. So anytime a mech game does a pilot mode where you can get out, that's even more reason for me to give you my money, because I like that shit. So I'm just letting you know about it. Now, obviously, Mech Break's not out, and it's coming out. There was a beta, so we might get some betas in the future, but it's 2025.
Yeah, my only worry is the monetization, like how they're going to do it.
Okay,
Like,
what's
but
wrong?
We have no idea. And so, they gave you a ton of currency to fully customize everything. So,
In the beta.
But, as far as gameplay
But
went,
it looks like it could be abused.
it was, yeah. I mean, anytime you have these things, you're like, oh, you want a second mech? You have to grind for 3 weeks, or you could give me $7.
Right.
But
We'll keep
we
an
don't-
eye
but
on
we
it.
don't know yet.
We don't know yet. We'll keep an eye on it. But, okay, just letting you know about that. I have some more, but we'll save that for the second video. So stay tuned for that. Thank you to our sponsors. Click the links down below. Trust me, it'll help you out, guys, seriously. And we will see you on episode 2 and on the next Angry Joe Show. Bye, guys.